So Tim, if you want to talk about the benefits of competition.
Absolutely. Alrighty. Yes, at GSSF, it's one of those things where you come up to a stage and there's a guy in front of you and he's got 9 entries, 9 different. That RO better limit him to 3 at a time.
I'm going to be here for a while. And GSSF is the Glock Shooting Sports Foundation,
Glock Shooting
right?
Sport Foundation.
Except
Okay. And it's a great introduction because it's solo stress, everything's from the low ready, and the prizes are fantastic. I have a close friend, Phil Yantis, who has won 3 brand new Glocks at GSSF competitions, and I have won 0 brand new Glocks. And I am not bitter about that at all, as you can tell. Hey, Phil. Okay, so the name of this class came about from a common phrase that you hear, which is, oh, competition shooting? That'll get you kilt in the street. The reasoning behind that phrase, which has some level of validity, is that some competitions encourage behaviors, reward things that are actually kind of counterproductive to a good defensive skill set. So I'm going to talk first about the things that competition does do for you as a defensive shooter. Speed and accuracy under stress. If that doesn't sum up the requirements of a defensive encounter, I don't know what else. Being fast and being accurate under stress. If we were to, I'm going to go ahead and sit this down. If we were to be really realistic in your defensive training, we would have a 2-way range with people shooting at you while you shot back at them. It's kind of hard on students and instructors, so we can't do that. So what we do is we induce artificial stress to give you stress inoculation. We're keeping score. Every shooting competition is a test, and who here likes taking tests? Tyler does, because he's good at it. He loves that positive affirmation. I would like you guys to get there too, because a shooting competition, you are not competing against all the other people in that match. You're not even competing against the people in your division. As a very good friend of mine and great shooter said, my goal is to shoot better than the guy who shot my gun last week. You are competing against your past self. Keeping score, a timer. You know the movie Men in Black, the journalizer? Timers act exactly like that. You can go up to the start line. All right, I know I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do this. Are you ready? Stand by. Beep. Oh, shoot. Which way am I going now? What do I do? It blanks your mind out. And learning to overcome that is incredibly useful. You have an audience. You have people watching you. At an earlier class today with Chris Bean, he did a very interesting thing. He had everybody shoot a test right up front, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, I'm shooting a test. This is terrible and stressful." And at the end, when he had people shoot the same course of fire, had everybody come up to the line, and one person was shooting, and before they shot, everybody else turned around, so there was no audience. Nobody watched the other shooters, and the difference was amazing, because you see, when everybody's watching, people are thinking about the audience, but when nobody's watching, they're thinking about their shooting. So shooting in front of an audience, hugely stressful. Mostly when we go to the range, we set up what we want to do. We set up what we're good at. Okay, I'm going to put this target at 7 yards, and I'm going to do this course of fire, and man, I'm good. I love this. We do that, and we do that a lot. We hardly ever set up and shoot things that we are not good at. We hardly ever do things that we're not familiar with, again, because A, we don't know what they are, and B, it's uncomfortable. When you go to a match, you are shooting something devised in the evil mind of somebody who really likes making people work and think, and it is a stressful thing. Does anybody here know the name John Hearn? John Hearn? John Hearn is one of the alpha nerds of the training world, and one of his big things is how bad novelty is to performance under stress. When you are doing something new for the first time, your brain is going, I have no idea if I can do this. I've never done this before. So Shooting matches help you eliminate novelty. You get to shoot lots of dominant hand only. Sometimes you shoot non-dominant hand only. Sometimes you shoot from unusual positions, sitting, lying down, underneath the simulated car, around corners. You get to experience all of those things so that on the day you need to gun to defend your life, your brain isn't thinking, I've never done this before. Your brain is thinking, oh, I've done this in matches lots of time. I got this. It allows you to keep calm under stress and perform. Gear pressure testing. Who here has ever got brand new gun, brand new holster, something, taken it out and something isn't right? It doesn't work well. Just under your normal use, that happens. Under pressure, under stress of competition, stuff goes wrong in all kinds of interesting ways. I've had a number of people who carried defensively for years come and shoot a match, and after their first match they came up to me and said, oh boy, my holster did not work at all the way I thought it did. My garment got caught, you know, my magazine pouch didn't work, whatever. So pressure test your gear under stress. Know yourself. Know what you are capable of. Being confident that you can draw and place 3 good hits in a 5-inch circle in 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Knowing that you can do that can take you, what was that? Oh, well, 1 second's a little, yeah.
It's a little slow for him, but you know, he's okay.
What?
4 rounds and .93.
4 rounds and .93.
Yeah.
All I can say is, next time I know I'm getting in a gunfight, he's on speed dial, and he's like, come on, Tyler, come with me, buddy. But, you know, for the vast majority of people, not having any idea what their performance is, they vastly overestimate it. And when you understand and you have a realistic grasp of your knowledge, of your skills, you understand what you're capable of, and you understand, okay, is this situation within my capabilities or not? And the more you practice, the more you train, the more you compete, the higher your capabilities get, and the less and less you will find overwhelming. And the last thing about competition is it is fun. Getting together with a squad of your buddies, and everybody's kind of trash talking and teasing and shooting, whether you shoot well or you don't shoot well, being together with good people on a nice day and punching holes and cardboard and knocking down steel, it is a really, really good time. I do have to admit that at one IDPA match, the squad behind me was razzing me as I was just getting ready to start, and I finally went to mimic mooning them with my kilt, and I guess the adrenaline was already flowing because they saw the full moon that day, and they stopped razzing me when I was on the line after that, I guess, yes. Okay, so those are the benefits of competition.